Hey there, folks. It's your buddy Mike Messier, Special Mike's Meals. Yes, with the Triple H shirt. This is a Taco Bell Mike's Meals. So I got the combo. It's like a naked chicken chalupa, and then I got all my side accoutrements with beans instead of beef. Let's taste a bite. It's actually pretty good. I should have had them hold the tomatoes. Probably the worst thing. See, now I'm going to do this Nick Aldis thing. Been reading Nick Aldis's book, The Superstar Body, I think it's called. And look, I'm a bit old and a bit, Mike Messier-esque. I'm just kind of here. I don't know if I have the time to be the next Nick Aldis at this point in my life, but it's nice to read the book. Let's do this Texas, this fucking food review. See, now I'm going to think, that's the problem. Anytime you read an exercise book or see some video, you're like, oh my God, sugar's in everything. Corn is evil. And so it's hard to eat after you read an exercise book or you get some enlightenment. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like when you know how the sausage is made and like you get right back from the sausage factory and then you go out to eat and you're like, oh, what would you like? Oh, pancakes and sausage. And then you forget about it. Then the sausage comes out to your plate and you get all freaked out. The thing is, this naked chalupa thing is actually pretty damn good. Tasting, at least. It's like a fucking fried chicken patty, kind of bent. It reminds me of the chicken sandwiches I used to get, I think, in high school. It's like the heart of the dragon is like the chicken patty that's folded. Interesting. Interesting. Because basically, it's a fried chicken patty, a little spicy, kind of like a Wendy's spicy chicken patty, folded. Man, if there's an afterlife where the chickens are fucking with us, they're gonna fuck with us, you know what I mean? We've taken their wings, we've fucking broken them up and put them into fucking nuggets. They're gonna kill us. So I was happy to get to 809 subscribers. Thanks very much. One gentleman, I don't know if he subscribed or not, but he had some video thoughts, and I mean, you guys can chime in, but I know what the guy's saying. He's saying something about studio lighting and so forth, and he's making suggestions for lights, but look, folks, this is just hardcore shit. This is just me living my life, and I don't know if just taking 30 seconds to set up a camera every time I do a video, I think it would kill kind of the fun of it all. So I don't know. For that particular individual, I would refer you to Messier Mantra videos. If you want to see a great setup and you want to see me in a studio environment, watch Messier Mantra. What else? I'm trying not to be glib. But I did find out this morning that another friend of mine passed away. And friend is an interesting word. I mean, I'm not trying to be weird, but I would call him a friend, but we weren't running buddies. We weren't like daily activity pals or daily call buddies, but definitely a good guy. And I mentioned his name on the Dan and Benny in the Ring. I just did a podcast. I tried to upload it for you, but I think I try to do one of those things where you upload something to your computer, then you leave your computer and you go off to the world, assuming that the computer can handle it, but I don't think it is. because I can see that the video is still processing, which basically means that the computer timed out and it got frozen up, and now I can either run home to fucking push a button on the computer, or I can go out and live my life. And guess what I'm doing? I'm going out and living my life. Yes, I want you to get that wonderful show, but there's things that I want to do today that, to be honest, I couldn't really get done. I couldn't focus. I probably was distracted by the death of this friend of mine. And like I said, it's not like he was my, as the UK people would say, good mate or whatever, but a good guy. And I was definitely distracted, and I ended up writing an email about it and having a phone call, and so it just sucks. And it's, how old was he? You might be wondering. 53 years old, has a heart attack, dies in his sleep. It's just upsetting to me. My whole life, there was actually about a 10-year stint in my life where I didn't know anyone that died. Not like very close to me. I had a good run, and I remember it because I remember appreciating it at the time, that I had a good 10-year run where like nobody I knew was dying. Everybody was relatively healthy. Sure, there's always something. Can't say that anymore. I'd say I've been on a 4-year run where a lot of people have died. And I'm not trying to be weird or get you all upset about it. And this goddamn thing that we've all been through. Just pisses me off. So here's a trick, and maybe you guys know this or you don't. Anything on the Taco Bell menu, you can have them put beans instead of beef. Say the word substitution. If you don't, if they're idiots that are working at a particular Taco Bell, they might charge you beans as a side item. That happened to me once in Rhode Island, of course. The first time I tried to order a bean taco at Taco Bell, it blew their fucking little minds away. And they charged me like $1.50 a taco because they were charging me the price of the taco plus 59 cents for beans for each one. I wanted to rip their fucking heads off. As you get older and wiser, folks, you learn that sometimes you have to do other people's jobs for them. And especially going out to fast food restaurants or kind of like middle of the road restaurants, a lot of times you as the customer now have to do their job. Either the manager's job or the employee's job. There's a restaurant across the street I like to go to. I was there today. I actually went in, and I think this is the first time I did that at this place. I scoped the environment. The tables, there's 3 tables that I like to sit at. They were all in different states of dirtiness. Then I go over to look for my backup area to sit in, and one of the people that are running the place, one of the managers is sitting there, taking up a lot of space with the computer and everything. Their computer, not mine. Then I'm like, holy fuck, where do I sit? So I had a third nook to sit in. I put my bag down, I go to use the restroom, I come back, and I hear da-da-da-da, conflicting audio issues, CAI, some asshole sitting in the fucking restaurant near this 3rd tier place that I'm sitting at with his fucking phone on, listening to his goddamn phone. No earphones, of course, asshole. And so I look around, no offense, But the young women that were working there this day, you know, the 20-something, 30-something women there, were not to my particular liking. So I just got the fuck out of there. I just left. And I ended up going to a place, a Panera Bread, that I have been to a grand total of twice before. Didn't particularly like this Panera Bread. They had all this fucking mask propaganda. I go in there, it was decent. They have this new combo, like these new discount combos for $5.99. That's one thing about Panera Bread. Good place, but it's always like been way overpriced for what it is. Like Panera Bread, they price their stuff as if it's an upscale restaurant or like a 3-star restaurant, when really it's like a 2-star restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, to me, and you can argue in the comments, Panera is like a star above fast food. Nothing wrong with that. That's my comfort zone. But they've always priced themselves like 2 stars above fast food, in my opinion. You could have more money than me and say I'm a cheap fuck if you want, but to me, Panera has always been priced more than their value, my opinion. But I've gone there a lot because it is one of those places you can go and sit the fuck around for a while. That moment when you don't know if you've got enough food because you're still kind of hungry, but you don't feel like being a fuck and going back in. Guess what, assholes? I've got one more thing. Oh, God damn it. I won. You know why? Because I ordered an extra bean burrito on top of this combo meal because I knew that I was a little extra hungry. And guess where I went tonight? The gym. I got into the gym right before it closed. I tried to get a fucking pizza for myself. Actually, I went to the gym and then I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a good boy. I'm going to go to the goddamn Dollar Tree and get 3 of those protein packs with the little chicken hunks and all that shit and the peanuts. Guess what? I left the gym at 9:55 thinking the Dollar Tree would close at 10. And guess what? They were already closed by the time I got there. Here's my trick. I take off some of that excess stuff, tortilla crap. I was supposed to have a big meeting yesterday. Last night at 7, someone asked me for a meeting. I went to meet them. They didn't show up. I wasn't happy. I mean, what the fuck? You're calling for my time and my attention, and when I go to meet you, you don't show up? That's a strange situation. I was going to say a strange dick in the ass, but I didn't want to get too personal. But I just said it. Holy fucking God. Now we eat this nice goddamn burrito. It's okay. There's an Arby's across the street. That's the problem with having these cravings. I wanted pizza. There's no pizza to be had. Have you experienced this? You see some fucking pizza place like a Papa John's, which is actually my favorite pizza chain. No offense to anyone, because I know that they're racist fucks, or at least their former owner was, and now Shaq's running the place, so that's why I go, yay, Shaq. I mean, here's the goddamn thing. I want to go to this fucking Papa John's, but I know the dick in the ass that's a-coming. It's basically, our lobby closes at 10. So am I supposed to leave the fucking storefront, drive 15 minutes home, then order the goddamn pizza? Are you fucking with me? I guess I just should have gone somewhere in the goddamn neighborhood, given them the fucking address, and met them outside. How the fuck would they know? Just go to someone's house and just sit outside their house. Don't mind me. I'm just ordering a pizza because you happen to be close to this fucking Papa John's. I can't go in the fucking lobby and order the pizza because at 10 o'clock, magically, all the diseases and germs in the world come out to play. At 9:59, you were safe. At 10 o'clock, suddenly I'm going to breathe fucking germs into your mouth, assholes. Just so many goddamn things are fucked up now, it's unbelievable. As Stan and Benny in the ring with guest Mike Messier will be taking on the topic of possible WWE sale. For those that have an interest. Of course, I laid out a billion fucking dollar idea for the whole thing, which could make everybody money. Of course, they're talking about the WWE fucking E and the Peacocks and all these assholes. I should be getting paid for my ideas. In this fucking world. I wore the Triple H shirt because I said to Danny and Ben, I don't want to, Benny and Dan, Danny and Ben. I said to Dan and Benny, I don't want to just come on with an AEW shirt and be this AEW fuck that people are accusing me of. Kevin Castle and Johnny Z from New York are accusing me of being this AEW fanboy fuck. There's someone walking in the parking lot. Looks like they're wearing nurse fatigues. They're coming my way. Just people doing their thing. Well, folks, I'm off to the coffee house. I've got some books to read. The passing of my buddy, I just could not concentrate. I even forgot to blow my nose off camera. My forearms are getting kind of big, though. It's not bad. No steroids. I mean, that's one thing I can say that these fucking wrestlers can't. Never took a steroid in my life. Never put a needle in my ass to get big and strong. Just did it the old-fashioned way. It's 10:40 fucking 9, and I'm wide awake. I do feel like I'm getting my second wind. And tomorrow I have a special podcast at 11 a.m. Coffee with Books podcast, or is it Books with Coffee? Coffee with Books. I think that the podcast will be on their outlets, talking about A Distance from Avalon, When the Dying and the Dead Reunite, my book. Special thanks. I mean, I can't even thank her in this video because of the profanity, but my friend, I'll just say, Naria, did a nice tribute to me and my book. And the photograph, I'll put that on Twitter in case you haven't seen it. Thanks to all the subscribers, 809 and strong. Had some new subscribers. Obviously, there's been some attention. Hit over 50,000 views this past month. Thanks, everybody. But especially thanks to the Damon Campenas, the Jay Bacas, the Johnny Z's, the Hardcores. Mistress Jen, where are you? Hopefully she's okay. She used to be like the only female subscriber. Stacy, Sugar Stacy, Forbes actress. All the wonderful people. I'm not trying to make light of anything, folks. I just had a day that's been intense. And it's just been one of those things where I had a day where I could maximize my efforts. And this, you know, look, just the passing of someone, it's always going to throw you off guard. Unfortunately, you get to that fucking age, I tell you guys, it comes quick. When you look around and your buddies are dying left and fucking right. And it sucked. So this guy, he passed away in his sleep, which about as good as it gets. Fuck, should I tell that joke? Richard Pryor, live at the Sunset Strip, tells a joke. It's an anecdote. I believe it's live at the Sunset Strip, or maybe it's live in concert. But Richard Pryor says that his father, you know, passed away when Richard was like in his 30s or something, and basically Richard Pryor's father died, you know, having sexual intercourse with a woman in the neighborhood. And, you know, at the funeral, the lady who was having sex with Richard's father when he passed away, you know, she was wearing black. She comes up to Richard Pryor. She's sobbing. She's crying. She's near hysterics. And she says, "I'm so sorry. I killed your daddy." And Richard Pryor says, "Lady, my father could have been hit by a truck. He died in your pussy. My father died happy. He came and he went. So that's about as good as you can get as far as a death story. Beyond that, every other story of death that I've ever heard has been miserable and god-awful. But my buddy here, who passed away, I guess I'll just fucking say it, Mickey Gilmore, he was an actor, he was a public figure, and I believe, I hate to just, I don't know, but Mickey was an actor who had just done some work, apparently 2 months worth of work, in this George Clooney, Ben Affleck movie that'll be coming out sooner or later. So Mickey was kind of living the dream and just had a big break and had a nice opportunity and did some good work, and next thing you know, he's gone. So like I said to a friend of mine as we were discussing this, leave him wanting more, right? Anyway, folks, you stay safe. Thanks for all your input and subscriptions and watch times. And if you got this far with the video, 20 minutes in, thank you especially. Have a good week. Mike Messier.